Good day everyone. We are the group 3 and we will discuss the topic about oxygen cycle.
Good day, learners. For today's topic, we are going to talk about the oxygen cycle. Let's find out first what is oxygen. Oxygen is one of the main gases present in the Earth's atmosphere. We living things through the process called respiration. That's when oxygen is breathed in and carbon dioxide is breathed out. But mostly we survive because of oxygen. Oxygen can be found in the atmosphere. In fact, this gas makes up about 30% of the Earth and about 21% of the air. And the Earth's atmosphere, it also makes up about 65% of the human body. And it is a colorless, tasteless, and odorless. Did you know that oxygen is a must for life? Because it is very essential for our survival and almost all organisms need oxygen to survive. But it is only trees and some microbes that can produce oxygen through photosynthesis. Oxygen is produced by the plants and some of it is produced when sunlight reacts with water vapor in the atmosphere. Oxygen reaches our body through respiration and absorbed by cells for proper functioning and also required for creating energy. Oxygen is a gas that your body needs to work properly and your cells needs oxygen to make energy. Your lungs absorb oxygen from the air you breathe. The oxygen enters your blood from lungs and travels to your organs and body tissues. Oxygen is also used for various industrial purposes. Earth's nature provides us oxygen in abundance and we must keep the resources pollution free so that the air we inhale is not toxic. Oxygen is produced plants and sunlight. Plants produce oxygen via photosynthesis and some oxygen is produced when sunlight reacts with water vapor in the atmosphere. Oxygen is used up in respiration. All organisms use oxygen for respiration. Decomposing. When plants and animals die, they decompose. This process uses up oxygen and releases carbon dioxide into the air. To rust and also a process which uses up oxygen. And last, the combustion. The process by which fire is generated also requires oxygen, along with heat and fuel. This process also uses up oxygen and releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. So, oxygen moves from atmosphere to the lithosphere and the biosphere. So, how oxygen cycled among different regions on Earth? So, first is all green plants during the process of photosynthesis released oxygen back into the atmosphere. So, plants along the phytoplankton and other organisms that carry out the photosynthesis release oxygen into the atmosphere. So, in fact, marine plants produce most of the oxygen in our atmosphere. Sunlight produces some oxygen and sunlight will react with water vapor in the atmosphere. Second is all aerobic organisms use free oxygen for respiration. So, animals and some bacteria and other organisms carry out the cellular respiration use oxygen in order to create ATP and they release CO2 or carbon dioxide. So, animals inhale carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere which is again used by the plants during the photosynthesis. So, decomposition, which is the breakdown of one's living organism, uses oxygen and release carbon dioxide. Microbes also use oxygen in order to break down the organism. Rusting or oxidation involves oxygen in order to create the rust on many metals. Combustion or burning objects like is yung coal wood or fossil fuel. So the oxygen continues to oxygen moves from the atmosphere to the lithosphere and the biosphere. So most living things need oxygen to survive.
Oxygen helps organisms grow, reproduce, and turn food into energy. Humans get the oxygen they need by breathing through their nose and mouth into their lungs. Oxygen gives our cells the ability to break down food in order to get the energy we need to survive. So, alam naman nating lahat na ang oxygen ay isa sa pinaka-importanting bagay na kailangan ng ating katawan upang tayo ay makapag-survive. So, here are some reminders why oxygen is important. First, you need oxygen to turn food into energy because oxygen plays several roles in the human body. One has to do with the transformation of the food we need to eat into energy. Second, your brain needs a lot of oxygen because while your brain only makes up 2% of your total body weight, it gets 20% of your body's total oxygen consumption. Third, oxygen plays an important role in your immune system because your immune system guards your body against dangerous invaders like viruses and bacteria. Fourth, not getting enough oxygen has serious consequence. Without enough oxygen, your body develops hypoxemia. This occurs when you have low oxygen levels in your blood. And the last one, oxygen is important for treating pneumonia because pneumonia is the number one cause of death in kids under 5.